So understandably, there's multiple sides to everybody, right? Like even if you take the even if you like find like the worst person, there's probably something in them that's like somewhat valid and likable, and there's always some potential that you can bring out of them, and it's like you see that they could be saved in some way, right? But like I'm pretty past that, Jerry. So it's like I'm gonna say like if we see people that are clearly examples of like people that like really don't care too much about it, right? Like the ones where their potential doesn't really like validate the issues that they are. Like of course do your fact checking and make sure your perception is not skewed, because oftentimes it is, and not like I say like most people aren't able to have the right perception. But I love this reverse bug breaking that we're doing, whether it's Luigi, whether it's a guy burning down the paper company, whatever. You know what? Actually, maybe that's not the best mindset to push. Only because so many of y'all do it wrong. Like the way that y'all messed with Britney Spears' mind, the way that y'all messed with like her in the Island Boys or whatever. Now, I'm not saying that going after Martin Shkreli is dumb because you should be going after Big Pharma, because not everyone can touch Big Pharma. A lot of people can touch Martin Shkreli. And it's like, people be like, oh, you shouldn't go after people in your own neighborhood. But if you don't check the people in your own neighborhood, that means you're allowing the toxicity to spread in your own neighborhood. To be fair, like there's people outside the neighborhood that ends up touching your own neighborhood, feeding toxicity in the waters and shit. But doesn't mean to not like do the person at the chicken shop over if they're, being weird. But do you have the right discernment to make that decision though? And when you check someone for being like, whether they're toxic or not, you shouldn't just like seduce them with the options of some toxic shit so they improve that they're toxic, right? Especially not manipulate the scenario where it would become sensible for them to do like what's considered socially unacceptable, right? I think you should also present them with a positive option, like, the right way to do things, the ethical way to do things, to get the same results and same like needs answered to. Not just the needs that they say they want, but the needs that they deeply want. Because if they don't have the positive choice, and you're just saying, then why are you still doing the negative choice? You could have just not done the negative choice, but you don't have the positive way to get the same incentives. Then it's like, it's like you're not really giving them much of a choice but to be a negative, aren't you?